Have you ever had a dish where you're like, I have to have that again, or I definitely want to learn how to make it? And that dish for me was 2 years ago in Venice. I had a Pappardelle Al Radicchio. I saw it on the menu. I was intrigued. I was a little unsure because I know that radicchio can have a bitter taste, but when I got it, it was creamy, it was delicious, and I could eat that over and over again.
While making the pasta, I started thinking about my trip to Italy with my mom and sister. We took a day trip to a beautiful town in Tuscany called Montalcino. With a few ingredients, we created two delicious pasta dishes that were paired with a delicious brunello. That is a memory with my mom and sister I'll never forget. I finished up the pasta by incorporating the eggs into the double O flour, and then I started the kneading process with the dough.
The restaurant we ate at in Venice was called Venice de Toro, and it's been open since I think the 70s. And even the owner was there. He was so cute. He was in his little white apron, still in the back kitchen cooking. So I love that it was like a family establishment. The owner's son, he actually showed me their recipe book, and this dish was actually in the recipe book. I'm kind of excited to make it. I'm actually gonna stick this in the food processor to knead for about 10 more minutes. All right, our dough has been kneaded for 10 minutes. It's looking good. And I'm gonna wrap it in plastic wrap. You need to let it rest for about 30 minutes. Let the glutens just relax. And then I'm gonna move on to making the radicchio.
I started off by sauteing our leeks until it was just softened. Added our beautiful radicchio to saute, added white wine and pasta water, and cooked it on low for 30 minutes until it was softened. I added half of the radicchio mixture to the blender with pasta water to help thicken the sauce.
Our pasta has been resting, and I'm gonna just dust the board with a little bit of semolina flour and a little bit on the pasta. You don't wanna add too much flour because it can make your pasta kind of tough. And then I'm also gonna sprinkle some on the sheet tray just so we have the pasta rolled out. Cut this in half.
Then I flattened it out to go through the pasta attachment. You want to start by setting your attachment to 1, which is the widest setting first. Then you can gradually increase to your desired thickness. I like to use 5 or 6 for my pasta. Now time to fold the pasta. I folded several times until I got to my desired length and width. I cut the pasta, and now it's time to be cooked. I added my fresh pasta to the radicchio sauce, added some pasta water, and now it's time to serve.
All right, time to dig into our homemade Pappardelle Al Radicchio. We'll see how it tastes compared to Venice. Really good. Creamy. I taste a slight bitterness. And the pasta is just how I like it in Italy, al dente. And I hope that you make this dish with your family and friends, or create your own dish that you've had before that's so nostalgic to you and that you want to recreate. And I hope you get in the kitchen with your friends and family and have lots of fun, maybe making this homemade pasta.